Richardson. So I'm going to be doing these weekly, and I hope you guys can join me. So I'll start off. What I'm going to do, I've decided, is I'm going to start off with a bit of a chat, then go into a general reading for everyone. And then after that, we'll do some quick card readings for anyone that's in the chat bar. But remembering that, you know, if you do hear some of these quick card readings, if you want to go further, then there might be a message for you as well in those quick card readings that's for somebody else. But I will do a general reading first. I'm going to have a couple of little discussions too, apart from housekeeping. Hey, Laura, that was quick. I am a creator of fortune dice, so that's on my Etsy store. So created these guys. I just keep saying the same thing over and over every time, don't I? I'm a creator of 2 children's books to help ignite their imaginations and so forth. And I do intuitive counseling as well, which is psychic readings. I can tap into your soul lineage, figure out what kind of line you've come through, and help you connect to your gifts and your authentic self, which is where we're going, where the energy is that we're going now. Yes, I will pull a card for you, Laura, but I'm going to do a general reading first. So that's where it's at. I just realized I didn't bring my water, so I might just flip off and get some water, and I will be right back. So that was a bit unprofessional of me, but well, that's how it goes. Yes, so we will start with a general reading first. But I do want to say a couple of things that's happened to me recently. Now that I'm stepping into more of a different frequency, I'm not noticing the old program. The old program's starting to fall away. It does come up every now and then when I'm flipped some Facebook post or something like that, and I get hooked into it for a little bit, but I can shift it very quickly. But the cool thing is I went for this walk yesterday. It was sunset. Hey, Jennifer. And it was a beautiful walk, and I just randomly went down a side path that it was just like a gravel road, but it had a footpath next to it. And I saw 2 butterflies doing them, you know, their courting dance. And I knew that they would be, you know, so into each other that they ended up not noticing me. So I walked right in the middle of these beautiful butterflies doing this, and they come up around me and they started spiraling around my head, and then poof, they were gone, like literally gone. I was like, where did they go? They were 2 big butterflies. They weren't little, they were big. And it's when they got to the side of my head here, I could literally feel their wings. It literally just disappeared. I looked up, I looked down, I looked everywhere, and it was mainly just this road. So there was nowhere for them to literally go. And because they were up by my head when they disappeared and not down on the ground, but I couldn't see them anywhere. So I went, well, that was interesting. I have seen it once before with birds, where they've done this very, very high up in the sky, and then in my line of vision, they just disappear. But this was really close to my head. And then I kept walking up the path, and my guides are like, turn around now. And I turned around and they were back on the path again. And I believe that everything fluxes in and out of our reality. It's just that we, as the observer of the lineal story that we want to hold on to, literally won't see them flipping in and out of their existence into these higher frequencies, because we want our story to make sense to us in our brain. So that's what we observe. That's what we look at. Very much quantum physics. You're the observer, so the reality is reflecting what you observe. But as we're starting to raise our frequency up, right, into higher and higher frequencies, we start observing these real abnormalities. Abnormalities, is that the way to say it? Things that aren't the norm, and so to speak, in our story. Yeah. So it's good to see that this has actually been live streamed to Facebook as well. I was not sure if it was going to go to Facebook. So thanks, Jennifer Jane, for coming, and Brad, because Facebook, lo and behold, gave me this great big spiel that you're going to be knocked off for 7 days because you posted this post, which was something that was needing to be posted. And I thought, oh, well, that's it. Facebook's down for 7 days. But I don't know whether it's my guides or what. It hasn't become my reality yet. So I'm still posting, right? And this is live, so didn't expect it to go to Facebook. So that's great. Morning, Matthew. Lots of people's coming. Hey, Bev, good to see you. So Bev's from YouTube, Matthew's from YouTube, Brad's from Facebook, Jennifer's from Facebook. Yes, I'm going to start off with a general reading for everybody. Then I'm going to go into quick one-off card readings or quick readings for the individual people that are in the chat bar. So let's start this. Okay, let's get into general. General reading. Wow. Okay, I'll pull 3 cards out, and then I will show you the 3 cards, and we'll have a little discussion about them to begin with, and then we'll see where we go from there. So general reading for everybody. General reading. General reading. Okay. So I've got 3 cards here. And interesting, because even last week's reading, and this is what I mean by synchronicities that come up, the same cards tend to be pulled until the energy is shifted, right? But we have got one different card that wasn't pulled last week. But the 3 cards that came up was the outsider, which was pulled several times. I mean, look how big this pack is, right? To have this card flip out all of last week's reading and have it again here, we are literally realizing that we are not the outsider, that we have the ability to unlock this by just pulling it off. It's not even locked. This little boy is an innocent, childlike boy looking into this juicy, beautiful new stuff that's on the other side of this gate. And he can even like slip through those bars if he really wanted to, but just because in his mind he's been told by somebody else that if there's a lock around something that he can't get in, then he literally tells himself that I can't get in, even though there are several different ways to get into that amazing other realm that we could be going to. Excuse my nails, I just realized they need redoing. So yeah, that's what this card is really about, that even though other people on the outside of us could be telling us that that's impossible or that can't be done, but our soul is yearning to go explore that. Trust that your soul will find a different way past what the mind program has told you. And that's where we're going at this moment. So yeah. Let's hide that. I've got the next card is, I will be doing quick readings too. This is a general reading for January the 18th for the next week. So I'm going to be doing this once a week from now on. The next card that we've got is Flowering, which is another card that came out last week, right? Just amazing how many times the same cards come out. So flowering is literally birthing ourselves out of the chrysalis, as if we were in as a caterpillar before, just learning to be in that programmed state of awareness and just eating our way through our life, nurturing ourselves with what we know. And then we go into a chrysalis, which is a lot of light workers have been in this chrysalis where they're feeling like everything is falling away from them. They literally become hermits to themselves. They have tower moments. They have to face their shadows. They're literally clearing out all of these old programs that made them very limited in their reality. But now with the flowering card coming up, we're just starting to step out of that chrysalis, and the flowering is the wings of the butterfly unfolding and starting to realize that with these new wings, these new abilities that are starting to come forward, because we've cleared so much in ourselves, done the shadow work, done all that crappy stuff, that we are now flowering into a new kind of a reality, because our reality comes from the inside out. It doesn't come from the outside in. And in that knowing that it comes from the inside out is gifting us new perspectives, because we can go, well, if it's coming from the inside out, my imagination now is important, right? Where am I taking myself? What do I want to explore that's giving me a excited feeling? And you could still fringe on the old program. You could still fringe on all of the old experiences that you've been through, and you don't dismiss that. You acknowledge that is part of your reality as well. You accept everything as part of your reality, but you're also peeling away or flowering out into a new experience as well. So the next card that we got after this week sounds like it's going to be really stepping into something brand new here, because we've got the Rebel card. So the Rebel card is, you know what, even though the old program is telling me this is how I have to live my life, the Rebel card is literally telling us to push through the boundaries of that old program and just be authentically us. The Rebel is authentic. It's himself. It's who he wants to be at the heart of his soul, not just what the old program told us to be. And so stepping into that, and you might make like ripples of like a drip that's dripping into a pool of water, and it ripples out. You might make ripples, and people might get distorted by those ripples because you're shifting into something that's more authentically you. But it's really interesting. The more I've shifted into authentic me, okay, people fell away that weren't in resonance with it, weren't ready to accept me in that. But there's so many new people that are coming into my reality now that are accepting me. And for the first time in my life, I literally have people to talk to about these experiences, and I'm not frowned on. There's no rolling eyes. I can be me for the first time in my life. And I'm 54 years old, right? So that's a long time to not be able to be me and be a hermit for a long time, living my life. So we're really stepping into being the rebels now and pushing through the old program. So that was the Osho cards. I'll pull a couple of other cards before I get into other readings. Hey, don't listen to anyone too that's on, like, you're going to have these people come up that's on my chat bar that say, hey, come over here, I've got a reading for you. Don't listen to them. I block them. They're not anything to do with me, and they just, half of them are bots, half of them are people just trying to scam you money. So don't go there. Yeah, just use your own intuition. And isn't that what it's all about at the moment? Is we're learning to use our own intuition now to so even though those people come up, use them as a good lesson. Does this feel right? Is this person feel like it's the right real deal? You know, use it as a lesson for you if you do find them to tap into your own intuition, because we've got to start learning to use our intuition way more. That's why the truth is kind of crumbling around us. What we thought was the truth is starting to crumble. We can't trust anyone, even the people that we thought we could trust, we can't. So we're learning to step out of trusting another person and trusting ourselves. Yay, JC Pirates, he's made it. He's been after this for ages. Morning. There's another one. Okay, so I'm just going to see if I can block these people off that I don't feel are right. So let's get into the next stage of this. Angel cards for general reading. Angel cards for general reading. Any information needs to come through for the general energy from this week, 18th January. One card has popped out. Okay, just as I said that, another one did. So we have the card Miracles. How beautiful is this? And it's coupled with the card Trust. So with Miracles, we are just like I told you the story at the beginning of this, how I had the butterflies and then they just disappeared and then they reappear. When things like that happen, your logical brain might want to say, oh, it can't be true. That can't have happened. What the Miracle card is asking us to do is to literally step into these things can happen, and it's really our letting go of our logical mind enough to allow the miracles to appear, to come into our reality. Another thing they're telling me is whenever I wake up in the morning, I've been saying lately, miracles will happen. And if that's one of the first thoughts that you have and then you let it go, I've noticed miracles started happening where my business is starting to take off and getting interviews and all sorts of things are happening. So it's a real trust in this, really, really learning to trust this new world that we're stepping into. It's so brand new. So there's a lot of trust still happening, and trust does come from the logical mind as well, because it's not until your logical mind is matching your intuitive mind that it really is accepted as part of your reality. As soon as your logical mind goes, no, that's impossible, it's not going to happen, you're literally falling back into that logical program of that cannot happen. I know that people will say, well, I don't want to feel like I'm going insane or anything. So what I do, if I ever feel like, which isn't very often for me because I'm been living in two realities pretty much all my life. But if I feel like it's becoming too much, I will say back off. I need to just sit in this on the step. So you're taking a step into some unknown territory that you're not used to, and just sit on that step and just feel into the new vibration for a while, and try not to make any sense of it. Just live your life as you normally do, and then ask for it to slowly come in. And it's because you're learning to create your story, right? But and take control and have the reins yourself. You are allowed to slow the procedure down to how you can handle it. So it's like when I was I used to see things that other people couldn't see. My mum had the same gift. And when that happened, like sometimes I'd wake up 3 or 4 times a night and I would be given message. I would have people that are deceased come and see me. I don't focus in on that. I decided to take the reins. They said, take the reins and you focus on what you want. So I took the reins and asked to be focusing on potential of humanity. So that was what my soul really was exploring and was excited to explore. What is our potential? Where can we go? Which has led me to all of this in the end, because I took the reins and I made the decision. So even though there's that trust of that miracles can happen, there's also the fact that you trust yourself in this game of creating a new reality around you. So for the general public, I'll just pull a couple of animal cards, and then I will go into these quick picker cards for you guys. Well, not picker cards, quick card readings for you guys. And I'll just go to whoever I feel led to go to, because g'day Zal, g'day Genevieve. Zal's from YouTube, Genevieve's from Facebook. Yeah, I'll just see where I'm led to. So general reading for the 18th of January. For the animals, do animal cards have anything to say about the general reading for the 18th of January? Messages. Interesting that it was butterflies too that disappeared in front of my face. If you haven't, you have to go back to the beginning of this YouTube to find that. Oh, they're not popping out for me today. And then I'll throw some dice. Okay, let's throw some dice. Okay, just as soon as it's like throw the dice in my head, and as soon as I threw the dice, animal card popped out. So here we go. We've got dice as well as an animal card. The dice fell on, so there was one which is stepping into your authentic self, which matches some of the cards that were happening before. But abundance is coming, which is where the miracles are starting to take place, because we're unifying. See how the 8 is 2 circles. We're unifying our logical mind with our intuitive mind, and that is stepping into a new reality, literally stepping into new realities here on Earth. Because we're starting to accept also where our soul wants to take us. The 3 was upside down. So be cautious on, be aware of other people influencing you on their schooling and what they have come about their reality. Allow them to have their own way and where they go. Don't, you don't need to be rude about it or anything. You can allow them to have their own experience and really trust that their experience is necessary for their soul's growth. But don't allow it to infiltrate you and your growth where you're gonna go. So this week coming, we're really stepping into something brand new here, but it's very, very new, right? So when you step into something very, very new, it can feel very wobbly to begin with if you just stepped up into another reality for yourself. So, but the best way to approach this is like the sea otter represents happiness. So step into your joy. Just keep on following your joy. It says, be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So that's such a beautiful message to be able to, when we do step into something brand new, to at least bring it back to chilling out and being happy and excited about where we're going, right? So, okay, I will choose a few people and we will see where we go with these quick readings. So if you want to carry on listening to this, some of these readings will probably be for you as well. If you're watching this after, the live. Hey, Phoenix Grace. Hey, Feed Shed. Okay, Leah. Leah, that's Leah from Facebook. She's on YouTube. And Bev, nice. Oh, she's going to go to work. Very cool. Love you guys. Such a beautiful community that we're coming into now. I'll just block this person too. I don't like people who, yeah. Okay. So we're going to go into reading. Sorry, I had to read a few things, just clear a few energies that are on the chat bars. Well, since JC Pirates, he's been trying to find me for ages, so let's get into a reading for him first. Okay, JC Pirates. So these are quick readings. I do have intuitive counseling and psychic readings as well, but I like to gift people quick readings too, just to keep them. And this is going to happen once a week from now on. I think we really need to support each other as much as possible through these big shifts that's happening and stepping into these new frequencies and where they're actually going to take us. So I'll just JC Pirates. Message JC. Okay. That's it. I'm having all these thoughts going through my head, JC, and I don't know why I'm seeing you by the sea or on a boat or something like that, standing up with your hands in the air like you're understanding more. There's something that you're starting to understand more with your emotions. That's really interesting. These cards are not popping today. Just as I said that, they pop. I've got to say that happens quite often with me. Okay, JC, so the card that you got was the White Stag Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. And I saw you in nature. It's interesting, but I saw you by water. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. And I literally felt that when you put your hands in the air, it was almost like summoning something within you to help everything, is what I saw. But for some reason, you were standing on a boat. I don't know why a boat. Coyote, revealer of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So that's the Coyote card that you got there. And what I'm getting from this is when you raise your vibration into playing with these energies and exploring it from that innocence kind of person that you are, because you have this, I feel like there's this jovial side of you, but they're asking you to bring it out even more. You literally, all of the things that you were concerned and worried about will start falling away, and it's not going to infiltrate your energy as much as what it did in the past, just because you've decided to step into more happiness of who you are through this transition, because you are going through a transition at the moment. You're stepping into more of your soul and more of a new, very much the general reading would apply to you, and because you're literally stepping into the new frequencies, and you will start to see little snippets of miracles that happen. And don't doubt those miracles that happen that are different to what reality says reality is meant to be like. Just go, wow, that happened. I would even suggest to write them down if you want to, because there could be some messages in those experiences for you to piece together in the future for you. So there could be little things that happen now. Write them down, let them go, and then more things will happen. And then it's, I know, I understand why that happened, because that was leading me to that, and you start to see that helps your logical mind piece it all together, and that helps your logical mind bring it into the truth for you. So like I said before, when your logical mind says yes to these amazing miracles and synchronistic events as much as what your intuition is showing you, that's when magic really starts to happen, because you've got both your whole self is stepping into creating something new. So that's really nice. So that was for you, JC. Gosh, I hope you were there when that happened, and I actually caught you. That's funny. Okay, who else have we got here? Okay, Barbie C from YouTube. Let's pick a card for you, and we'll go into pushing cards. Barbie C. Crikey Dickens. Okay, everything started to fall then. So, yeah. Okay. There's Okay, there's a feeling with you that when I was shuffling into your feeling, there's a feeling with you that it's like a yearning, a wanting to break out of how you perceive life into something new, but almost like well, if I do this, am I going to be seen as crazy, or am I going to be seen as something that I can't handle? And then after I had that feeling, the schizophrenic card popped out, which is literally you lying in between the void of what ifs. And it's always, this card reminds me when I was experiencing clinging on to any old story of myself that wasn't serving me anymore. They would show me a dream of me clinging on to the edge of a cliff, and I'd be grasping at everything to try to hold on to the edge of the cliff. But the energy that I had to hold on to that cliff was a lot of energy staying in that place, because there was almost a fear of taking the leap into the unknown. But they're letting you know that when you take the leap into the unknown, you start to realize just how powerful you are. You are an absolutely amazing, powerful creator. And when you trust that, stepping into that, and it's usually our light, right? Our human light or our human power that we are afraid of. And that's what's kept humanity in this dim kind of follow the leader kind of reality, instead of taking the reins ourselves and creating what we want. Because the more light we have and the more power that we have, the more we kind of have a fear of that power to keep us small, so that we can be accepted in reality by our peers and everybody. I mean, because you might even find that when you do step into creating your own reality and you're stepping into your power, that people do generally fall away. It's not like they fall away forever. You can always welcome them back into your energy when you've grounded yourself and becoming the creator that you want to be. But you're right at the edge. You're right at the edge of, do I take this leap and just trust this 100% into this amazing, powerful creator that I am? Yeah. Yay. So JC said that he's here and he's very grateful. Thank you, JC, for letting me know that. Wow. Okay. Who else am I going to read for? So we've got Phoenix Grace from Facebook. Thank you for all you do. Alrighty. New message. Yes, Phoenix Grace. Let's see what comes up for you, Phoenix Grace. Okay, Phoenix Grace. We had 3 cards pop out. I love my Oshos because I know them very well. So, Phoenix, okay, for me, and how I'm feeling into this is, you are ready to take the next step into where you want to go. But what we do is we trick ourselves. And I've done this because I've been there before, right? Where my next step is there. I know it 100%. This is it. I believe it. My logical brain's on track and everything. And then through the fear of what ifs, we go into procrastination and we postpone things to keep us feeling safe, and we literally give ourselves excuses why not to do something. Oh, the timing's not right, I'm not quite, and it possibly isn't, because you're not completely 100% in this jump into more power of yourself, and more connection to your soul, and more telling me connection to other beings as well. Telepathy, channeling, whatever you want to call it. Telepathy is only the scientific word for channeling, which is the spiritual word for telepathy. So either word is the same. It's but there's some sort of new something new coming in, like that. This card wasn't pulled for you, but I'm really focused in on it. Lead the way, be the leader, show others how it's done, and this is what you're going to be stepping into, and to take that reins and take that power and take that responsibility. There's a bit of procrastination that's happening at the moment, and that's okay. Just go with it, because when you really do step into, but just be aware of it. Just be aware of it. So the next card that came out for you was new visions and breakthrough. So you are going to break through. You are going to allow this to happen. It's a definite on your path, your soul journey. It's taking you there, and I think you know that this is where you're supposed to go, bringing in this new awarenesses of yourself into something completely different. You're welcome, Barbie C. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Phoenix Grace. Yeah, just go ride with it, but just be aware of how our mind can pull us into a loop of not sabotage, just waiting for all the eggs everything to line up to feel good for yourself. But remember, nothing is ever going to feel 100% perfect good. It's never. So sometimes we do have to push ourselves through the fear to be able to take the step, to be able to realize, oh my God, it was for real. And that in itself, taking the step and convinces yourself that this is happening. Okay. So who else have we got here? Saya. Hello, beautiful. I got a super cute baby girl on the 27th of December. She's absolutely lovely, full of love and pure light. Oh, that's so beautiful. Congratulations. Oh, she's such a gem. Oh, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so happy for you. I love that, because these new babies that are going to come in now, they're so aware, and born to mothers that are so aware, are really the next step, right? The next generation. So happy for you. Congratulations, and congratulations to her. I was just saying to somebody, actually, it's funny, I brought up this, I had a chat to some people from Ohio in USA just before I went live, and I was explaining that, we're all going through this really difficult process at the moment, and when we go in through a shift or a change, anything goes through a shift or a change, it is literally like a tightness of ourselves so that we can burst into something else. It's like it becomes so uncomfortable to be the old us that we need to burst into being the new us. And the analogy that I brought up was like a baby being born, right? And they're born through the vagina, and then they end up have been squeezed, and their heads all squeezed, and it's like really difficult. And then, like my youngest one, when she was born, the first thing that she let out when she was born, she said nothing. She didn't cry or anything, but then she looked at me and she just went, like, I could literally read her mind going, I did not like that. That was very uncomfortable to be in that position. And then the release birthing into something new. And that's what the whole of this world is going through at the moment, why it feels so uncomfortable for all of us at the moment, because we're literally going through the birthing canal. Yeah. Okay, who else will I read for? So good. Courtney. Yes, Courtney, I can do something for you. She's from Facebook. So, oh, okay. Courtney. Okay, so for tarot cards that I pulled out, there's something that you're leaving behind to go on a journey and explore into something totally new, which is, see, all of these readings, they kind of match up with what's going on. You're literally letting go of because this was in reverse, you're letting go of a lot of problems, a lot of issues, it's almost like coming to the realization for you of, wow, I didn't realize how much I was holding on to as a negative thought pattern and a negative, limiting myself. And then you got the Ace of Chalice as well, but it was in reverse. So I'm feeling like there's this power that's going to surge up for you in the realization from letting go of all of this, of that your cup could overflow at any moment now, and to reverse that into, bring that into a positive scenario for you is to, how, and I've been through this process before as well. You see the issues that you held on to, you see all of the mind crap that you've had, and how it created your reality, and you're aware of it. But because you're aware of it now, it's like the focus is in on it, and then you have to go, well, the only way to step out of it is to literally say to myself, I am letting this go. I have got to refocus myself and almost trick my mind into focusing on something completely new and something completely different, so that you could find the Ace of Chalice, the overflowing cup of abundance that's going to come for you out of this letting go and leaving behind. Yeah, so that's what I got for you. Hey. Hey, Ria from YouTube. Let's see who asked. So, yes, Courtney, I will pull a card for you. I asked at the start. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, unless I go all the way to the start of you do have to keep on asking. Okay. Just gonna go back to. So I got this card for you, Courtney, and for me, it's the Eight of Chalice in reverse, but it's representing shifting from, it's like you've seen all of the things that you've created in your past, and you're quite aware that that was a great thing that you've done and that you've come to this point, but now you're ready to move away from that, even though that was good, into something new. So you're stepping into a new game here as well. And this is really the flavor of this month, right? Is stepping into new stuff. And again, like the happiness card came out for the general reading, and you've got playfulness. They want you to be enlightened by this. I'm going to go into a bit of a spin of a story here because I think it's important. I had this powerful dream of meeting Gaia herself, Mother Earth, and she was a turtle. She had a wound on her, and I was like, if you focus in on the wound, then you focus in on the problems, right? She went to the beach. The beach was there was high tide, so there wasn't much sand. She dug into the sand and she laid her eggs. She was birthing something brand new here, and she was showing me that there was going to be. This is years ago, right? This is like 5 years ago, before all the COVID stuff and all that sort of stuff happened. So she was birthing something new. And then she morphed into a beautiful blonde lady. And I walked up to her and she said, see all the mounds of rubbish that are everywhere? Ignore them. Don't watch. Don't even put any energy into them. Dance over the top of them. Jump over them and see that shed that's way in the distance. That's where people are collectively coming together and dancing. So I want you to dance all your way there. So she's like, don't focus in on the issues and the problems. She wants us to raise our vibration with her into birthing something new. And that's really the message that I'm getting for you, is to focus completely on what's going to bring you joy, happiness, love, fun factors. Go, if you can't think of anything, imagine yourself what you were like when you were a little kid. You know, when we were little kids and we went into the sandpit and we imagined that we were going to create something, well, I did anyway, create the most amazing super duper castle ever. Well, they want us to almost go into those imaginations again, because now that we're stepping into our power and we're taking responsibility for supporting ourselves, when we're not letting infiltration happen from outside of us, telling us and dictating how our life's journey is going to be, so that you can literally create that castle in that sand that you wanted to create. Okay, Genevieve, let's do a card for you. I'm going to put angel card for you, Genevieve. It is interesting how the same messages are coming through, but we're collectively starting to come together into the same energies, which is really cool, because I'm starting to see breakthroughs in my reality of miracles happening. And I've always said to myself, I'd love to be the leading example of stepping into the potential new earths, because they showed me just how amazing they are. And I've been there. So if I'm anything to go by, I'm just starting to see the cracks of my reality shifting into something beautiful and abundant. So there you go. Okay, here we go, Genevieve. Ooh, everything falls out. Genevieve. Okay, I could feel your energy has shifted so much since I first met you. Probably a year ago, I think I met you. I think I did a reading for you, and I feel this shift. So we have enchantment with the unicorn. So definitely miracles are starting to come into your reality, but protection is happening around you as well. I think you're still in position where you need to be protected at this moment, that you are literally asking and praying for something to happen, and this card is letting you know that those prayers will be answered. You are protected through this, and miracles, like enchantment to me is a miracle card in this angel deck. It is coming your way. So that are 3 cards that I pulled for you, Genevieve. I try to do this a little quicker so that other people can have a go. Bernadette from Facebook as well. Ria from YouTube. Let's do Ria from YouTube, and then I'll do Bernadette. Ria from YouTube. So 642. Creativity, grounding creativity as well. Something to do with Ria. I don't know why I've got almost an invention, something invented popped in my head for you as well. And grounding, a new idea. Okay. Listen to your inner voice. It's trying to tell you something here. Listen to your inner voice. You have something Your soul wants to connect with you to bring into this reality. So they're really wanting you to listen to your inner voice and trust it more as we step in. We're really starting to step into something brand new here. I love it. Rhea. Okay. Letting go. It's almost, okay, there's some sort of block in your way too, something that you've been holding on to that they want you to let go so that you can allow this inner voice to come through. I'm getting different stories for you, and nothing's popping out. And the cards aren't popping out for me, for you. Controlling, maybe trying to control things too much because the cards aren't popping. So maybe there's some sort of, with you're trying to control your reality a little too much. They're asking you to let go and listen to your inner voice. Yeah. You are being guided at the moment, but there is a lack of faith in that. So just trust that, because I think it's something really big, and it's like a big step for you into something completely new, and letting go of. Still, there's some sort of past thing that's coming up as well. Whew. Okay, blah. Okay, one big pond. Who else was I going to do a card for? I did say something. Did I say Bernadette? I think I said Bernadette. My brain's like switching from intuitive to logical. Bernadette. Oh, she sent a message. Let's see what she says. Did I read for you? Well, I haven't read for you. I'm pulling a card for you anyway. Okay, so the cards that I got for you. Ooh, that one didn't come. Why did that not come? Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to take that. So you have this card. You have been given everything you need. And then it says childhood treasures to resurface. That's really stepping into that adventurous side of yourself from when you were a kid. You have everything. And also the one that was stuck was the Sea Queen's blessings. So funny how she's got the sea here as well. And this one is you have been given everything you needed. And then this one's stepping into the power. And I always see the sea as the power of your emotions. You literally have your emotions intact now. So now if you go back to when you were a little kid and what you really wanted to do in your life, you have everything you need to bring that into fruition and step into that and see life from that childhood innocence, but with the maturity that you are now. So you're literally stepping into something brand new for yourself. So that's all for Bernadette. Okay, at the feed shed, which is Leah. I think that's Leah, she said. Let's do a card for Leah. Leah. I love this. Oh my gosh, Leah. You've so stepped into your power. You've got the rightness, which is maturity. The fruit is literally falling from the tree now. It's going to start. What happens when the fruit falls from the tree, right? It hits the ground. It grounds its seed. What happens when it grounds its seed? It grows into a whole other tree. So you are literally stepping into creating your own reality now through maturity, through ripeness. And look what came out after that, the Master card. You are the master of your own reality, and you're literally stepping into creating your own reality. How amazing and cool is that? So happy for you, Leah. That's so cool. So that's for at the feed shed, which I know is Leah. Yes. Elise, let's do a card for you. Just going to check my timings, nearly coming out to an hour. Alice, I hope I said that right. You're welcome, Leah. You feel welcome at the feed shed. Okay, Elise from YouTube. Lies. And I'm going to do these cards again. I like that one. So you might have people telling you lies. You might have people telling you things, and you're literally taking them on board as the truth, and that's asking you to feed and feel into your intuition whether this be the truth for you. It just because it's the truth for them and they're very determined, it could be the truth for them. They're very determined in who they are and what they believe in, does not necessarily mean it's the truth for you. So that this card's literally asking you to step into your power, trust your intuition, what feels right for you, and to respond from that gut feeling that you have, rather than from what these overpowering. I almost feel like they're overpowering people, strong. And you have the reason why we have strong people overpowering us is because they're representing how powerful you are, but you have not quite found that power in yourself. So when you're not quite found the power in yourself, they will be in front of you trying to persuade you on their journey, but you have a different journey, right? You have something that's important for you to explore. Okay. Miss Spiderweb, reconsider your alliances, make new connections. So definitely with the two cards together, you might have people around you that are trying to infiltrate your energy, use your creative abilities and imagination to fulfill their obligations of what they believe is the truth for them. But these cards are asking you to let them go so that you can step into the power of who you are, because you have something brilliant to give to the world, to give to yourself, to explore for you as well. So that's cool. So that was for Eliza. Elizabeth, speech almost. Elizabeth. Eliza. Alice. Nice. Thank you for letting me know that. Jennifer, you're very welcome. Sometimes we need confirmation on our path, of what the next step is, and I love to be able to do that for people. Jennifer. Jennifer, would you like a card? I think you've probably asked at the beginning. Matthew, I would love a reading if you still have time. I do. Okay, so we'll go Matthew first, and then if Jennifer wants a card, then she can say something too. Whew. Matthew from YouTube. Sumac, appreciate your guidance, Bobby, from YouTube. You're very welcome. Matthew, I think you don't live that far away from me. One of these days I want to meet up with you guys who don't live that far away from me. It would be really cool to have a small gathering of people and actually meet face to face if we don't live that far away, right? yeah, you can always give me a message on my email if you want to do that. My email is in with an I, envisionme@live.com.au. So you can, if you don't live that far away from North Brisbane, I'm in between Sunshine Coast and North Brisbane, then we can like meet up and say hi and have a cuppa and a chat and that. Okay, Matthew, let's get into this. You're in Toowoomba. I'm not sure how far Toowoomba is. I'm sure we can fix something up, work something out. Okay, Matthew. Oh, that's nice. Matthew. Stepping into your power more and more. That's for sure, Matthew. Oh my God, you can't, like all these different packs of cards, right? I got signs, which is a new one. That's a new one. But then I got, guess what the next card is? Playfulness. They're really, Spirit's literally asking us to be joyful and play with these new energies. But with the signs cards, your synchronicities are going to start showing up. They're showing you a way through something. And to get to the other side of it is like, it's that showing me breadcrumbs, like breadcrumbs of signs that are leading you to more and more of your power, of who you are as well. So the other two cards that did turn as well is truth and integrity, which is really, really important at the moment. I literally had a dream about truth last night. Very important to just, and I know you do. I know you tell the truth. I know you have high integrity. I can feel it. But I think this card came out just as well for a general as well, because they did actually ask me to mention it from having this dream, that telling the truth is so vitally important at the moment, so that we don't have any sort of repercussions because the energy is literally lifting the truth bearers of their reality. And it's a truth for you, right? So the truth for you might not feel like the truth for somebody else, but it's a truth for you, lifting us up and our integrity. But any one of deception is going to be broken down. All deception is going to be broken down very strongly, more and more and more and more. And divine timing too, Matthew. So this path that you're going, that you're following through on the signs, they're asking you to be playful with it. And the more you're in that playful energy, the more signs you're going to see. And then see the arrow that she's got. This is what I see with the signs. It's leading you to something. It's like leading you through something into a new path for you, which is pretty cool. Like leading you almost into your soul tribe, I suppose. Connecting with others. Oh, and that's funny that I actually mentioned that just before. Connecting with others as well. Whether it be me or somebody else, it's not necessarily me, but it could be anyone of your soul tribe coming together. So yeah, that's so cool. Okay. We have, okay, yeah, Saya, I will do a card for you. I'm going to do one of these cards for you. Saya. Saya. I'm just blocking people at the same time. You're very welcome, Matthew. Hey, Joe. Good to see you here. Okay, so Saya. Ooh, this is so exciting because You've just had a new baby, right? And I felt this connection to her, to the elemental world as well. And these cards are not elemental cards. These cards are Alice in Wonderland type scenario cards. But the fairy ring came out. So the fairy ring says new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvements. The baby is literally going to lift you into other realities. It's so exciting for you guys. I love that. Newness. And take your time with it. Don't, everything happens with reason. All they're saying to me is all you need to do is be present, be living in the moment, be present. A soulmate came out as well. So a definite connection to your soul tribe happening at the moment. And like love, so much love. Through the love that you're holding and the vibration of the love, you're going to attract more and more people your way for that as well. So that's beautiful. And your prayers will be answered. The same cards popping out again. Your prayers will be answered. And this came out in reverse, so forgiveness. So it's like you've let go of enough now. You've literally let go of enough. You've forgiven yourself for a lot of things. Don't be too hard on yourself when things. It is a full-on practical applications that come in with a new baby as well and stuff too. So did I get that right? Yeah. Joe. Okay. So I think I will leave it now. I think that's long enough for an hour. Holy crap-a-doodle. Joe come right at the last minute. I'll pull a card for you, Joe, and then we will. The last one. Okay, so Joe, we got 2 cards that came out. We've got comparison, so to really stand in your authentic power and know that there's other people out there that have their authentic power that is totally different to yours, and allow that to be. And the outsider of knowing that there is something amazing coming your way, which was in the general reading as well. That is the energy for January, is stepping into something brand new and realizing that you can do that at any given moment. You have consciousness cards, so really coming to the center of yourself and knowing through that center, groundingness, just how amazingly powerful and experienced you are too. Just very centered and grounded in that intelligence of who you are, is going to gift you even more, not confirmation, more power within you, knowing yourself and knowing yourself. There's like this power of knowing who you are is solidifying, that you're totally different to everyone else, and there's no comparison. And so there's no worrying about anyone else's path compared to yours, that you're definitely stepping into this beautiful, authentic you is what I'm getting. So that's it for today. Thank you very much, guys. I love you all. You're absolutely fabulous, wonderful community, and I love being part of this community. So until next week, bye.